Alright, I'm actually kind of pissed right now. I just recorded this entire video. Well, not entire, most of it, except for the outro. And the entire time OBS was, recording in like, I don't know, half resolution, and it was so low quality. So I'm just gonna restart this video. This video is like not what I would normally do. What I normally do with my channel is I just not upload at all. But this video, I'm just gonna like go into more detail on like where to drop, what are the best places to drop for each direction the airship comes in. I'll be starting from the top, then I'll be going clockwise around, and then I'll just go over where I'd usually drop, where my teammate would drop with me, like which position, and where I'd push from there. So starting from the top, if it could make the line there, when it comes in from here, I just go straight from like, I drop like around here and go straight to Banyan. My teammate would typically go to the top house, go in and loot here. I usually go into the little like corridor or like Death Valley here on top of the top house. I don't recommend ever going here. I just do it because I'm a fucking badass. And then from here, just loot the rest of Banyan and then push towards wherever the zone is. From there, when it's coming in from the top right, I drop towards Banyan again. My teammate, like if you're going to the L house, I drop from like around here or so. And then if you're coming in for the wood chest, which I usually do, since my teammate goes here, I usually go for the wood chest here or the golden chest over here. Or you could also potentially just drop at Royal Docks, but I usually don't go for that. So around here is like where I drop for the wood chest and like just hold all the way through. When the airship's coming in from the right, you just immediately hot drop towards the corner of Banyan right here, while teammate goes for the L house. You want to hold space like all the way through, or else there's a really high chance someone else will beat you to it. And then from here you just loot upwards, loot the rest of Banyan, push to wherever zone is. The next direction is from bottom right, in like over swamp. A lot of people do like hot drop at swamp. I don't ever recommend hot dropping at swamp for like just looting and getting kills. One reason being because of the water is slowing down. Another is the loot is all very spaced out. It's very inefficient to go for all the loot at once. Since you have like a hut here with like a few things, then the chest is over here, then the next one is all the way over here, and then there's another hut all the way over here. It's not very close together, and the water itself doesn't help. So from here, I always have like a teammate go towards this house, loot, fall down the hole in the roof, and then I'd usually go to Graveyard. And then from here, I'd either push up to Banyan or push over to Burnt Village, depending on where the zone is or what I feel like doing. When it's coming in from the bottom, you want to just hot drop immediately towards Temple and just go for the golden chest in the center. If your teammate has it, or if you're not sure if you'll make it, I just go to either one of the 3 temples and just loot from there. When coming in from the bottom left on Flores Village, Flores Village is actually a decent hot drop if you do want to hot drop there, but I typically go like straight from here over here, hold space like almost all the way through, then you just want to land like a little top right of the center of the building, so you just get teleported right here to the bush, like right above the bush, and then you can get to the golden chest before anyone else. And from there you just loot the rest of the temples and push to wherever the zone is. And Flores Village itself is a decent like place to loot. It's got good cover, but I don't go here because when looting and then like the zone is much farther away, you'd have to walk a lot more and through much more water. So from here you'll be like typically a lot closer to the zone, unless the zone ends up here, which is unlikely. Even if it does, you can still get there very easily. when coming in from the left. Merchant Docks is a decent hot drop, has alright loot, or desert, which is what Eden does. I don't recommend either of these though. I'd usually go for either like the rock here, since it's got like a lot of chests in a small area, easier to loot, and then from here you push into Sacred Farm or Brute Village, or you can go with your teammate up here to where this little hut is. So your teammate or yourself would either go into this hut, and then the other person would take the golden chest here. Then from here you both push into Banyan and loot everything else. And the last one is from top left. So here, you could go to No Man's or Giant Mountains, but what I'd usually do is I'd go straight directly across to this hut once again, and teammate and you go to the same places, same story, go ahead and push to Banyan, loot everything there. And then that's most of them for like just normal average games. In a tournament, it's or like a scrim or any sort of event, it's a bit different. So like, because you have different goals in a scrim, your goal is to just like win and survive depending on the type of event. You don't really care as much for getting a lot of kills off the bat. So what Skelly told me, and what I think is like a decent strategy, is just hot dropping immediately, but don't hold space. Just go to wherever like the farthest spot is from that hot drop. So from like top here, I'd go to Flora's Village and then just push up around to Sacred Farm. Or from like, let's say this for example, I'd go straight to Giant Mountains and then push like part of desert and then go down back to wherever the zone is, and so on. So like from any hot drop, you just go to like the farthest still decent area where no one else is. And that's about it. I don't really know how to end off this video, since typically I just have a video fade into black, but this is an actual voiceover. And like an end card or something would be super convenient though.
I just wanna cut loose, snip, fuck a job, fuck it. I can be my own boss, on God. Just cut my own check, make my own bread, taking from the pack, cause my rollie fully dead. Oh.